Hey y'all, from Spindle Mountain Mercantile, I am Heather. Welcome to my YouTube channel. For project number 1, we're going to age these metal tags. Dollar Tree carries these tags year-round, and I want them to look old, like you might see a metal bucket in a Western look, like galvanized metal. I prefer using toilet bowl cleaner, and you might think that's weird. For me, it's easy and it's cheap. You know why? Probably because every time I go to clean the toilet, I can't find the toilet bowl cleaner and I buy more. So I have copious amounts of this stuff on hand. Speaking of on hand, you do not want this on your hands. So make sure to wear chemical-proof gloves. Also, wear protective eyewear and use tools that will keep it away from your hands. If you aren't comfortable with this method, that's okay. Just go do a search online and you can find a bunch of other ways to achieve the same look. You can use paint techniques, you can use vinegar and salt. Lots of great creators out there have good ideas. After washing them and drying them, I go through the tags and see where I want the transfers. Sometimes I'll cover up a big spot, sometimes I'll cover up the little spots. It's just a personal preference, so do whatever you choose. For the transfers, I'm using all 3 of Iron Orchid Designs Christmas Release 2024. The sisters who own IOD are crazy creative and they have a great staff. Well, someone over there came up with the grid line idea and they put them on top of the carrier sheet. So when you put your transfer down on the item, you can make sure it is perfectly aligned. On these tags, I like to make sure the bottom and the sides have the same amount of space around them and I don't worry about the top, and that makes them look really nice. Take the transfer stick that came with the transfers and rub the entire transfer. When you think it's all adhered, take one corner of the transfer and start gently lifting it up as you use the transfer stick to keep rubbing where the carrier sheet is pulling back from the item. If you have a place where the transfer isn't sticking, just lay the carrier sheet back down and rub that particular area, and then start pulling back the carrier sheet again. When you take the carrier sheet off, use it to rub the entire transfer. That's called burnishing, and it just ensures that all of the transfer is adhered. I'm going to do the same process on each of these tags. I actually wish I would have used this type of transfer on more of the tags. It's a little tag, and I thought they would be great to write to and from, or a little love note for someone's lunch. And I wrapped the excess around the other side. Now there are some different tags and wreaths that have a space you can write inside of them in this transfer book, and you could have a big one and put it over the side so you can see part of it from the back as well. Each bag comes with 3 tags and it includes this twine. I don't think it's enough twine for 3 tags, but I'm going to show you how long it is with these. I think it's enough for 2 tags, and then you could use something else for the 3rd one. You could use a different kind of twine or a yarn. You could use ribbon. In the next project in this same video, I am going to show you the secret weapon of twine. The twine of all twines, the twine I make. You're gonna love it. And here they are, my aged metal Christmas tags. For project number 2, let's see what these tags look like when they're painted. I don't have footage of the first coat, but it's Salvation Solution in white by Debi's Design Diary. It's kind of primer that you can use on a multitude of surfaces, and it helps your paint stick. So I use it on glass, I use it on metal. It's also great for furniture when you don't want the tannins to come through. Salvation Solution is available in clear and white, and every crafter should have a can of each in their arsenal. Originally, I painted over the Salvation Solution with mint chip because green and Christmas, but then when I picked out the kitschy Christmas transfers, I thought they looked better with Apothecary, and I think Apothecary might run through my blood a little because you guys look, it's so delicious. I did this one ahead of time, little snowman, and now the little girl with the puppy. See all the blue in that? It just goes so well with the Apothecary. Just do the same thing we did with the metal ones to rub the transfers on. I used 220 grit sandpaper around the edges, and I did this for two reasons. Number one, I want the metal to show through just a little bit here and there, and number two, I'm going to add something sparkly around the edges. I'm using liquid patina from Debi's Design Diary. I'm going to add just a little bit all the way around the edges, and then where it beads, where it's a bubble, I'm going to wipe that down. I'm using a kind of glitter. It looks like glitter, but it feels like cornstarch. It's amazing. It's called making powder, and this color is called New Year's Eve. I have some left on the... I decided to do this because I used it for another project and I had some left, and you guys, you don't waste this stuff. A little bit goes a very long way too, so that's awesome. But it's if powder was butter, it's like butter. I used my finger around the edges to gently tap it down so it wouldn't be puffy. And then I just kind of filled it in wherever I thought I needed it. Some places I put a little bit extra. The one I did first, the snowman, I used Rub and Buff on that in antique gold. And I did like how it turned out as well. And when I was done, I took a brush, and a dry brush, just a little one, and kind of pulled it down to make those kind of lines that make it look grainy. I like how that one turned out too. But since I can't get enough of the making powder, I had to add a little bit more. And I'm telling you, it's not grainy like glitter. So, you know, if it gets in your bits and pieces or your crevices, it's not going to hurt you. It is super silky smooth like cornstarch. And now please join me for another fascinating episode of Heather's DIY twine. Y'all, it's so easy. I just take a piece of burlap ribbon and I pull some string off. Sometimes if I need to hold something heavy, I'll pull off like 3 at a time, but this is a very light tag, so it only needs one piece. And I love using different colors. It's fun to get the burlap ribbon in any kind of design, and that design shows on the twine. It's just a lot of fun. And here they are, our painted Dollar Tree metal tags. I love them so much. I cannot wait to find some wrapping paper to match them, or maybe even make my own. You know, I think they'd look really cool with regular craft paper and some twine. I'm excited to wrap presents this year. I guess I better get shopping or making, huh? In the description, I will leave links for Iron Orchid Designs and Debi's Design Diary. I am warning you, almost all of the stockists are sold out of the Christmas transfers. If you really want them, leave a comment and I'll do a search amongst some of my friends and see what I can do to help you. As always, I am so excited you guys are here to join me on my trek to be a big YouTube star. I'm getting there. It's going to happen. In the meantime, if you liked my video, please consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel, and also sharing it. Until I see you in the next video, or until you see me, whenever that might be, I hope you all have a great week, and I hope you are so blessed. Bye.